Jai Hind, dear students of class 12, Geography optional. The lesson we are carrying this time is the Mineral and Energy Resources Book to India, People and Economy. We have discussed up to the petroleum. A very important question I have discussed that day. The petroleum is referred to as liquid gold because of its scarcity and diversified uses. Today I am going to start the class with natural gas. The Gas Authority of India Limited, GAIL, Gas Authority of India Limited, GAIL, in short it is known as GAIL, was set up in 1984 as public sector undertaking to transport and market natural gas. It is obtained along with oil in all the oil fields, but exclusive reserves have been located along the eastern coast as well as Tamil Nadu, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tripura, Rajasthan, offshore wells of Gujarat and Maharashtra. So it is generally said that where natural crude oil is found, gas is found over there. But it is not every time. Sometimes gases are found, but not the crude oil or petroleum. So given indications of huge gas reserves in Ramanathapuram, Tamil Nadu is also found. Whether the initial stage it is, but it is believed that there is a big reserve of natural gas in this region. Crude petroleum, so far as concerning, according to the news report, the Hindu 599 2006, the Oil and Natural Gas Commission has found potential zones of natural gas reserves in Ramanathapuram district of Tamil Nadu. The survey is in initial stage. The exact quantity of gas reserves will be only after the completion of the survey, but the results are encouraging. It is good. बहुत अच्छा रिजल्ट आ रहा है और वहाँ बहुत ज़्यादा गैस रिजर्व मिलने की संभावना भी है. Do you know LPG or CNG are called the fuel for the present century? Why? Because they are clean. They are called as clean energy source because of very little carbon emission. So these are important things you should know that. Today we are going to discuss about the non-conventional sources of energy. Fossil fuel sources such as coal, petroleum, natural gas, and nuclear energy use exhaustible raw material. Nuclear energy in case of India is not non-conventional. It is non-conventional, but in country like USA, Germany, where they are using for a long time, now it is conventional there. In early of the book of the chapter, it is included in heading non-conventional sources of energy, and somewhere it is included as conventional sources of energy. So no doubt in India it is nuclear energy is a non-conventional sources of energy. Why there is a pressing need to utilize these renewable, eco-friendly, non-conventional sources of energy? Sustainable energy resources are only the renewable energy resource like the solar energy. Solar energy has bright future in India. Why? Because we are having available photovoltaic technology. India is a tropical and subtropical country having sunlight almost through all the more than 300 days in a year. We are having wind farms, especially in coastal region, hydrothermal, hydrogeothermal, all these type of energy, biomass. India obviously gobar gas plants are installed and they are in use. These energy sources are more equitably distributed and environment friendly. The most important is this. These are renewable, cheap, and eco-friendly. The non-conventional energy sources will provide more sustained, eco-friendly, cheaper energy after the initial cost is taken care of. So here, sometimes question is twisted and asked if the non-conventional sources of energy provide more sustained, eco-friendly, cheaper energy, then why conventional sources are still in more use? Simple reason. The cost of installation for these non-conventional sources of energy is very high. and it is not developed well like the conventional sources. That is why cost of installation लगाने का खर्च बहुत ज्यादा पड़ता है. इसके वजह से ये अभी तक आम जनजीवन में इस्तेमाल में नहीं आया है, पर बहुत जल्दी आ जाएगा. You can go through different maps given to your book, as well as some of the box information are given. In that you can get some of the MCQ question. I am going to discuss first the nuclear energy resources. Nuclear energy has emerged as a viable source of recent times. Important minerals used for the generation of nuclear energy are uranium and thorium. Uranium deposits occur in hardwood rocks. Geographically, uranium ore are one occur in several locations along the Singhbum copper belt. It is also found in Udaipur, Alwar, Jhunjhunu of Rajasthan, Durg district of Chhattisgarh, Bhandara in Maharashtra, Kullu of Himachal Pradesh, etc. But the thorium is mainly obtained from monazite and limonite, the beach sand along the coast of Kerala. केरला कोस्ट के पास जो मोनाजाइट सैंड है, इलेमिनाइट सैंड है, उस सैंड में जो छुपा हुआ है वो एक न्यूक्लियर मेटल, उसका नाम है थोरियम. World's richest monazite deposits occur in Palakkad and Kollam district of Kerala, near Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh and Mahanadi River Delta in Odisha. Atomic Energy Commission was established in 1948. In India, after independence, government has tried to develop nuclear energy. So only in 1948 the commission was come in existence, and the progress could be made only after the establishment of Atomic Energy Institute at Trombay in 1954, which was renamed as Bhabha Atomic Research Center in 1967. Homeo Jahangir Bhabha. Can you recall the name of the scientist? The important nuclear power projects are Tarapur in Maharashtra, Rawat Bhata near Kota, Rajasthan, Kalpakkam in Tamil Nadu, Narora, Uttar Pradesh, Kaiga, Karnataka, and Kakarapara, Gujarat. These are the major ones. And now one more is under the process of development in Tamil Nadu. Solar energy. It is said that solar energy has a bright future in India. We know that India has a well-developed photovoltaic technology. India is a tropical country receiving sunlight throughout the year, almost more than 300 days. And photovoltaic cells can directly convert the sunlight into electricity. Sun rays trapped in photovoltaic cells can be converted into energy. It is very clear. What is the name of the technology? Photovoltaic cells. Photovoltaic technology, known as solar energy. The two effective processes considered to be very effective to tap solar energy are photovoltaics and solar thermal technology. दो टेक्नोलॉजी इंपॉर्टेंट है, फोटोवोल्टेक टेक्नोलॉजी और दूसरा सोलर थर्मल टेक्नोलॉजी. Solar thermal technology has come relative advantages over all other non-renewable energy sources. It is cost competitive, environment friendly and easy to construct. बनाना भी आसान है, कुछ पेमेंट नहीं करना है नेचर को सनलाइट के लिए. Solar energy is 7% or more effective than coal. You can see it is effective than coal 7 times, 7% more. Oil-based plants and 10% more than effective than nuclear plants. So solar energy has bright future in India, no doubt. We have all developed technology. We have abundant availability of sunlight. Besides this is cheap and eco-friendly. It is generally used more in appliances like heaters, clocks, dryers, cookers, etc. The western part of India, it has great potential for the development of solar energy, especially in Gujarat and Rajasthan. There is a great potential to develop solar energy, especially in Gujarat and Rajasthan. Second is the wind energy. Wind energy is absolutely pollution free, inexhaustible sources of energy, कभी खत्म भी नहीं होगा. The mechanism of energy conversion from blowing wind is simple. The kinetic energy, जो भी एनर्जी किसी चीज के प्रोड्यूस मूवमेंट से प्रोड्यूस होती है, काइनेटिक एनर्जी बोलते हैं. काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ विंड थ्रू turbines is converted into electrical energy, and the permanent wind systems such as trade winds, westerlies, seasonal winds like monsoon have been used as source of energy. Besides these, local winds like the land and sea breeze can also be used to produce electricity. India already has started generating wind energy in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, and favorable conditions of wind energy exist in all those regions where favorable condition for wind energy to develop is there. Government is trying to develop them. That is why the government of India has divided the Ministry of Energy into two parts: Ministry of Conventional Sources of Energy, Ministry of Non-Conventional Sources of Energy. परंपरागत ऊर्जा स्रोत का मंत्रालय, अपरंपरागत ऊर्जा स्रोत का मंत्रालय. Tidal and wave energy. Ocean currents are storehouse of infinite energy. Since the beginning of 17th and 18th century, persistent efforts were made to create more effective, efficient energy system from the ceaseless tidal waves and ocean currents. Large tidal waves are known to be occur along the west coast of India. Hence, India has great potential for the development of tidal energy along the coast, but so far these have not been utilized. But as far as concerning in Gujarat, one 900 megawatt project is working. Geothermal energy. Geothermal. It means the heat energy of the earth. As you are going deep inside the crust, heat increases. When the magma from the interior of the earth comes out on the surface, tremendous heat is released. This heat released can successfully be tapped and converted into electrical energy. Apart from this, the hot water that gusses out, कहीं कहीं गर्म पानी का सोता फूटता है, जमीन के अंदर का पानी कहीं पे हॉट रॉक के कांटेक्ट पे आती है, अंडरग्राउंड वाटर, और वो हीट होती है. हीट होने की वजह से बाहर की तरफ निकलती है. गर्म पानी का गीजर इसको जनरली बोलते हैं. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, द हॉट वाटर दैट गुसेज आउट थ्रू गीजर्स वेल is also used to generation for thermal energy. It is popularly known as geothermal energy. Geo means the earth, thermal means the heat. जो अर्थ के अंदर के हीट के एनर्जी से बिजली पैदा की जाए उसको बोलेंगे जियोथर्मल एनर्जी. This energy is now considered to be one of the key energy sources which can be developed an alternative source. The hot springs and the geysers are being used since medieval period. In India, a geothermal energy plant has been commissioned at Manikarn in Himachal Pradesh. Only one example in your book is given: Manikarn near Himachal Pradesh. Manikarn in Himachal Pradesh. It is given. Beside that, Puga Valley, Parvati Valley in Ladakh, Nepanagar in Madhya Pradesh. A number of plants are installed, but the major one is the Manikarn in Himachal Pradesh. Next is the one box information. The first successful in 1890 attempt to tap the underground heat was made in the city of Boise, Idaho in USA, where a hot water pipe network was built to give heat to the surrounding building. This plant is still working till date. Next is the bioenergy. In India, we are having enormous potential to develop this. Bioenergy refers to energy derived from biological products such includes agricultural residues, municipal, industrial and other waste. Bioenergy is potential source of energy conversion. It can be converted into electric energy, heat energy and gas for cooking. गांव में देखे हो ना, इंडिया में जो खास करके लगा हुआ है प्लांट, बायो प्लांट, उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं गोबर गैस प्लांट। खास करके फार्मर्स अपने गोबर को उसमें डालते हैं घोल के, और उस टैंक में गैस जमा होता है, गैस से कुकिंग होती है, बिल्कुल फ्लेम निकलता है, ब्लू फ्लेम जैसे एलपीजी का, और पॉल्यूशन नहीं होता है। तो एक तो बढ़िया सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी मिलता है कुकिंग के लिए, और दूसरा इसका एक फायदा और है, जो मैन्योर निकलता है आउटलेट से वो बेटर क्वालिटी का होता है। इट विल ऑल्सो प्रोसेस द वेस्ट एंड गार्बेज एंड प्रोड्यूस एनर्जी। दिस विल improve economic life of rural areas in developing countries, reduce environmental pollution, enhance self-reliance and reduce pressure on fuel wood. One such project converting municipal waste into energy is in Okhla in Delhi. Many biogas plants are working in rural India. It is best suited for rural area only. ग्रामीण क्षेत्रों के लिए विशेष करके सुविधाजनक है, क्योंकि ये ज़्यादा जगह घेरता है, इसको बनाने के लिए ज़्यादा जगह चाहिए, काऊ डंग वगैरह हमेशा जरूरत पड़ेगी, उसकी फार्म वेस्ट की जरूरत पड़ेगी, वो सब गांव में ही मिल सकते हैं। सो इट इज सुटेबल फॉर विलेजेस ओनली, नॉट फॉर सिटी। द लास्ट टॉपिक वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस इज द कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मिनरल रिसोर्सेज। कंजर्वेशन मीन्स to utilize wisely. Conservation doesn't mean to stop use. We need to use the mineral energy resources. We need to utilize all such resources in a way that is a judicious way through which we can fulfill the demand of our present generation, as well as we can keep them enough for our future generation too. Nowadays the term has come sustainable use of things, sustainable agriculture, sustainable development, etc. The challenge of sustainable development requires integration of quest for economic development with environmental concern. इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट के लिए जो इन्वायरमेंटल कंसर्न है, जो इन्वायरमेंट से संबंधित समस्याएं हैं, उसको दूर करके हम नहीं देख सकते हैं, दोनों को मिला के देखना होगा। ट्रेडिशनल मेथड्स ऑफ रिसोर्स यूज result into generating enormous quantity of waste as well as create other environmental problems. Hence, for sustainable development calls for protection of resources for the future generation. Very first, we have to utilize to satisfy our needs in present generation, as well as we have to think for our future generations too. There is an urgent need to conserve the resources. The alternative energy sources like solar power, wind power, wave, geothermal energy are inexhaustible sources. These should be developed to replace the exhaustible sources. Very first, you should know that the traditional or conventional sources of energy like the coal, petroleum, natural gas, they are limited in quantity, will be finished in once. There will be energy crisis in future also, and side by side the non-conventional sources of energy, these are eco-friendly, pollution-free, cheap, easily available, but the limitation is only the cost of installation is very high. In case of metallic minerals, use of scrap metal will enable recycling of metal. It is also important to conserve mineral resources. Recycling of metals is the best way. In case of metallic minerals, use of scrap metal will enable recycling of metals. Use of scrap is especially significant in metals like copper, lead and zinc, in which India reserves are meagre. खास करके उन मिनरल्स को हम लोग को बचाना है, उसका रिसाइकलिंग पे बहुत जोर देना है जो बहुत कम है। जैसे इंडिया डेफिशिएंट है, इंडिया में नहीं मिलता है कॉपर, lead, zinc, etc. Use of substitute for scarce metals may also reduce their consumption. अगर कोई मिनरल बहुत कम मिल रहा है तो उसके जगह सब्स्टिट्यूट यूज किया जाए। एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ स्ट्रेटजिक एंड स्कार्स मिनरल मस्ट बी रिड्यूस्ड। जो मिनरल्स हमारे लिए भविष्य के लिए भी जरूरी है, उनको बचाना है, उसको रोकना है, उसको बैन करना है, उसके एक्सपोर्ट को। And so the existing reserves may be used for a longer period of time. So the nation is finished. Question answers are there. You must go through once the question answer. You will find the answer. I am suggesting here two questions. Listen, related to IQ may be asked in 1 mark question. First, if the non-conventional sources of energy are eco-friendly, cheap, pollution-free, then why the conventional source of energy are still in more use? Simple reason. Four option will be given. The best option will be the because the cost of installation for the non-conventional sources of energy is very high. Another question in 5 mark is asked why there is a pressing need to utilize non-conventional sources of energy. Three main points are there. Day by day, the petroleum products are becoming costly, their prices are rising, there is a chances of scarcity in future when their limited their reserve will be finished. So that time we need these non-conventional sources of energy to run our economy. So it is important part conservation of mineral and energy resources. From this part, especially in board, each and every year some questions are asked. So it's all for the day. Thank you. Have a nice day.